Okay, my name is Perran Pryor, and I've had a brain fart recently that I want to become king. So I've had a look, how do I do this? Turns out that the way to become king is either be born into it, which I'm going to be a struggle with. I could kill the queen, and then I would rightfully become king. Again, I'm not sure I'd be able to get to the queen, I'm not sure I'd want to kill her either. So that could also be a problem. But then I found something about micronations. You can start your own online micronation. And it turns out I might just start my own country. So I've done some research. I've actually got like 50 tabs open on my phone right now, all into how to do this stuff and what is a micronation, all the definitions, lots of stuff about what to do, where to do, etc. I also found a video by Danny Wallace, the comedian Danny Wallace. He did a TV series about how to start your own country. Now that's actually got really useful information. It gives you step-by-step guide on how to do it. The only problem is he got right to the end where he claimed himself king, rightfully, but he then didn't get recognised by the United Nations. They said, well, you don't have an official territory. He was using this flat in East London as territory, which is great, but it's actually still owned by the Crown, therefore he could not claim it as independent. Again, if I buy land or whatever, it's going to still be owned by the Crown because I'll only have freehold on it. So I can have leasehold or I can have freehold, but I can't actually own it outright. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. So to actually officially have a country, I need to have some territory that I can claim independent as my own. So I've been looking into lots of ideas. One idea is to go into international waters. Now most people think international waters starts 12 miles offshore. Actually, that's territorial waters. You then go into economic zones, which goes out 200 miles offshore from any landmass. So you have to go at least 200 miles offshore to reach international waters. But then you can do what you like. So I thought about anchoring a jar of sand to the seabed. Why a jar of sand? Well, because if you look at the definition for territory, it says land under the jurisdiction of a ruler, like king or queen, etc. What is land? The definition of land is part of the Earth's surface not covered by water. Okay, what's the Earth's surface? Well, that's a bit shady, but basically the Earth's surface is part of the Earth's crust, like non-organic matter on the Earth's crust, which includes rock, sand, etc. So if I put a rock or some sand or something in a jar, float it in the Atlantic Ocean, means it's not covered by water, therefore it can be classed as land, therefore it can be claimed as a territory, and because it's in international waters, I can claim it under the jurisdiction of myself. Therefore I'd rightfully be king. I've got other ideas. You can float a helium balloon into international airspace. So many miles up is international airspace. You can do what you like up there as well. Maybe go on the continental shelf just off the country, because that's a lot shallower than the Atlantic Ocean. And I've also been looking into the plateaus, which are very large mountains underneath the sea. Again, they're only several hundred meters deep, which is a lot easier to anchor into than several kilometers. So these are all the ideas buzzing around the head at the minute and how to actually claim land or independent territory. And then, of course, I can then go online and do all the micronation stuff, which is nice and easy. And I've actually started. I've started by making a website. I've gone on to webs.com, made a website. And that website is www.smallestcountry.webs.com. smallestcountry.webs.com. You can go on that and have a look at what I've done so far. So that's nice and easy to make the website. I've also been looking into making the coat of arms. I've started designing the flag, the currency, etc, etc, etc. So, like I said, I've watched Danny Wallace's video and he's given me a lot of good advice on which way to go and how to start getting there. So all that online stuff and designing phases and everything else is all stuff that's coming together over time. The research is stuff, I've spent about 3 weeks researching so far. I started this all on the 4th of September, and it's now, well, it's towards the end of September now. It's the first video vlog. So in the past few weeks I've actually done quite a lot online. My website's been building up. What I'm doing now is pulling together a government. I'm getting ministers, government ministers, I'm looking for a prime minister, etc. to join my nation and rule it. And then I'll be able to create a constitution and get some proper things in place. So all that lot's going to come together quite well, and over the next few weeks I should have some pretty good developments to show you in video 2. It's just the territory I'm working out now. So stay tuned for the next video, and you should be able to see how far I've developed so far.